What's up, savages? Today's going to be two things. Number one, I have a life cheat. You know how cooking bacon kind of sucks ass? Well, I figured it out. If you just take an aluminum foil and you throw it on a pan and you throw it in the oven, it takes like 15 minutes. So you got nice crispy bacon, no grease, nothing to clean up besides just throwing the aluminum foil away. That's the shit I like. I hate cleaning up the fucking grease. It's the worst in the world. This is hashtag living on your own problems. Where's my mother? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gandhi's Thoughts, brought to you by My Nutrition. I'm Gandhi, and today we've got two things. One, it's going to be the Saints story, and it's going to be like a half, but because I don't want to report like, oh, well, suspiciously, right? But most importantly here, we're going to talk about X Games. Now, as we all know, if you know me, as we all know if you know me, as you guys know, that I hate online tournaments. I hate everything about it. I hate fucking 2Ks. I hate 5Ks. I think they're just, I understand the point of them. I just wish there was a way we could do it on land. Obviously we can't, so we have to work with what we got. So that's that. But this weekend, not only am I casting the 5K, but I'm also beyond excited to see how this works out. So we're going to take a look at the pro points real quick. So X Games, wait, nope, we're going to flash back to me. X Games, right? X Games has 3 teams already penciled in. They have EG, they have Envy, and then they have Optic Gaming. The next couple of teams here, now we can take a look at the graphic. Optic Nation's basically a lock-in, so is TK. So right there we have our 5 teams out of the 8 who can attend. Moving down the list here, we have FaZe Red. FaZe Red, definitely in that spot. They're going to be number 6. And then you got SB, Curse Orange, or FaZe Black, and Vex. Vex is in the contention. So 3 teams are automatically invited. Then 5 teams, based on pro points, will be coming up with the last bit. Now, this weekend, the 5K, there's a bunch of shit that can happen, right? So SB is basically a lock because they picked up Fizzerp, in case you guys didn't know, and in case I forgot to mention that. So they have Fizzerp. They've acquired him to their presence, their own persona, and they will be going to X Games. So it's basically up for one spot here. One fucking spot is going to be it. And that is going to be between FaZe Black, Curse Orange, or Vex. If FaZe... Okay, so here's the scenarios. Right? Curse Orange does better than FaZe Black, they go. Period. They're this final spot. That's it. If FaZe Black wins the entire thing, they go. No questions asked. They basically are forced to win the 5K this weekend. It's insane. Now, the Cinderella story here, which is really badass. If Vex somehow manages to win the entire thing, I'm not saying they suck, but if they win the entire thing, the other teams ahead of them have to have a bad event. Like, period. So if we see, like, FaZe Black get eliminated early and Curse Orange and Vex is still in, I want everyone to just get behind them because that is the fucking stories I love in esports. I fucking love them. So one more time, taking a look here. This is going to be the pro point standings. And as we all know, there's some stories here. It's going to be pretty badass. Myself, Maven, and Pucka will be casting. So now let's talk about Saints, shall we? Alright, so here's the thing. 1, I will report the rumors. 2, I'm not going to say any of it's true because that makes me a douchebag. But here's the inside scoop, right? So, Saints is notorious, and we didn't know this, and by we, I mean, Maven and I had no idea that this was even a thing. We were kind of like, why the hell would he not go to this event? Like, I don't get it. Like, why would he not just tell his teammates? But apparently, Saints just doesn't do international events. Period. That is it. He just does not do them. He has a reputation of faking or, you know, just basically not showing up to international events. He's done it to X, which at EGL 8, he's done it in the past a lot, and it seems to be a recurring trend. Now, a lot of people jump the gun just because, you know, the past is the torch that lights the way. Everyone judges you on your past. They don't give a shit about who you are now, and that's I'm not here to talk about people's perceptions because fuck it. And, you know, perception is basically 70% of reality anyway. So, I got a bug bite on my leg, and oh my god, does that feel good. You can hear me scratching. I'm ripping the flesh off my skin. Okay, now. Oh, yeah. So, I'm not here to talk about fucking perception. So, Saints basically says Friday he misses his flight. He was supposed to be on a plane with Dito. He does not get on this flight. And then he basically, later that night, he's like, dude, Sydney got into an accident. I am in the hospital, I'm going to be in the hospital with her, blah, blah. He didn't tweet from that point on. He didn't tweet for a very, very, very long time. And everyone was kind of like, yeah, okay. And then you see, like, a picture of Sydney, like, in the ER, and she took a picture. Is it real? I have no idea. I'm not here to fucking sit here and debunk it. But what I am saying is if there is a recurring trend, most likely you can kind of buy into it, right? That's the truth. And as shitty as that is, it really is the truth. But what happens to Saints, right? Well, let's put it this way. As long as people, and by people I mean as long as FaZe Black, his teammates know that they should plan for him to not go to international events, who gives a shit? If he wants to do North American events, fuck it, dude. Formal looked at me and I go, Forms, dude. If I'm you, I find Saints, I take a baseball bat to his knees. Like, fuck that. Like, how are you not even going to tell him that? How are you not going to tell your teammates? Like, it didn't make sense to me, but it's Call of Duty, right? Like, it's the Call of Duty community. There's nothing we're ever going to do to change that. So he goes, dude, look, like, you know, everyone kind of told me, like, most likely he wasn't going to show up to the event, but it's hard. It's hard for me to decide like what I want to do because Saints is the best player in the game in his eyes. He believes Saints is the best player in Call of Duty Ghosts, period. And Saints is a fucking beast. So that's kind of where, you know, you meet this crossroads and you're not sure what to do. But I mean, honestly, if you're FaZe Black, one, who the hell are you going to get to fill the role of Saints? Sure, Saint, you know, did well on their team, but he's not Saints. He's not. You need an aggressive sub who just fucking slays and kills everything, right? I don't think there's one of those that are available, period. So FaZe Black, despite Saints just kind of, right? Like, it was like, yo, Sid, pulls out a knife. He's like, you go to the fucking ER, bitch. I gotta pretend that, right? Like he's like forcing her to do it. No, I'm just kidding, but that's the rumor. I really hope that, you know, Sydney's okay, assuming something did happen, but I gotta report with what I know, and I just want to keep everyone in the loop. You know what I mean? So now, moving forward here, this weekend again. Big 5K. I want everyone to be there. Other than that, I'm approaching 20,000 subscribers. I appreciate all the love and support. Also, almost 1 million views of me sitting here talking into the same webcam. Yeah, and using that fucking thing. It's been a crazy fucking ride, man. And all I can say is if you're looking to get into the scene, 9 times out of 10. You'll be like 2 or 3 months in and you'll be like, yeah, fuck it, I don't even want to bother doing it. But there's one thing you got to hold on to, right? 2 or 3 months before that, you were waiting to get to where you were at that point. So when you first started, you wanted to see what it would be like in 3 months. You wanted to see how much you'd grow. And, you know, the thirst for just getting better and better and better is unquenchable. And you're never going to fucking meet it, ever. You're never going to be satisfied if you have the drive. So just hold on tight and remember what fucking got you involved in the thing in the first place. Other than that, I love you, but I don't love you. Take it easy.